Okay. So it would appear that for 15 minutes I've been talking and it sounded like and no one has said anything. So I've just been continuing with that. And I pretty much just gave my entire review of Aquaman very dramatically and with very clever points. And no one heard it. So I guess we're going to do it again. And now that we know the audio is good, could you turn it down, please? So to anyone that's still here, if you are interested in talking about Aquaman, please join in on the conversation. We have fixed our audio, and I'm happy to reiterate my points, although I can't guarantee they'll be as well phrased.
Alright, why don't you go through your laundry list again?
Go through my list again?
Maybe more succinct. Because, we wasted 15 minutes.
So to the 4 people that are still here, the movie is long. It's about 2 hours, 15 minutes. So if you're going to go see it, let me just let people know it's fixed over here. So if you're going to go see it, make sure you go to the bathroom beforehand, which I think is good advice for any movie going. And maybe go easy on the soda, because you're going to be stuck there for a while. Just going to look at my list. Some parts do feel very slow. Feels kind of Galactic Senate-y, because there's all these factions and, kingdoms underwater, and this one guy is trying to get them all to band together and do stuff for reasons. And so there's a lot of, making deals and kind of political debate, but it does drive the plot to a point where it does start to go pretty solid. So it's necessary, it's just, a little slow in the beginning. Not the very beginning, but a bit in, it does get kind of drummed down. There is lots of backstory, but again, it makes sense because this isn't a character like Batman or Spider-Man where they can at this point pretty much take out their origin stories because we've seen it 5 or more times. We need a little bit of the backstory because even I pretty much only knew the basics of Aquaman. I knew about, his parents. I knew Black Manta by name, and I knew of Ocean Master by name. I knew they were his villains. I couldn't have told you their origins. I couldn't have told you their names, how they were related to him, how they got to know him. I knew of Mera. That's about it. So it helps if you don't know all the moist lore ahead of time. It helps to get an introduction to that. Makes it longer, but I am curious if they actually did cut a lot out or if this is just a very lightly edited cut or how long it would have been if they had left more in. Some scenes could be trimmed a little tighter because there are several scenes where they just alternate between a few angles showing basically the same thing happening. And there's some fight scenes that just go on fairly long. They could have been trimmed a little more. I don't know if they're trying to fit in more action or if they're just we spent so much making this elaborate scene, we want to keep it in. They did definitely go all out on special effects. The special effects team in the credits is definitely massive. And they did a lot. All the underwater scenes, they look real because they put in so much detail. There's this one scene where they're showing a small part of it and then they zoom out to show this super vast area. And every bit as they're zooming out looks real. It's like they put that detail into every little pixel. And that is appreciated. I appreciate all the work they put in. Sometimes it is a bit much because there's not a lot of difference in depth of field within these scenes. Basically, everything is in focus, so you don't always know where to look. There are a lot of, especially in the third act battle, there's a lot of people fighting, and you don't always know where to look because everyone is clear, everyone is bright, everyone is moving. There's fish and seahorses and sharks and all sorts of stuff, and krill. There's krill flying everywhere. There's this one scene that you think you've seen in the trailer of all these people, Atlanteans or whatever, on sharks. Of course, the sharks in the front are clear. You would expect, as they go, for the sharks to get a little fuzzier, so you're focused on the main sharks. No, every shark is clear. You can see, like, every shark's expression. You can see all of them moving at once. It's just a lot for the eyeballs. And then there's a lot of sounds and noise. So sometimes it's a little overwhelming, and I just kind of had to unfocus and wait for it to, like, refocus on one person. It's very cool. It's very pretty, and there's a lot of hard work put into it. It's just a lot at once. So just, like I said, these are not pros or cons. These are just things. You can tell that Jason Momoa had a lot of fun filming this, and that does carry through in making you feel like you're having fun. It's a very, very fun, exciting movie to watch. He feels really at home in the water, and he's just having a blast. Unfortunately, some scenes, Amber Heard seems a little less enthusiastic, but you can't really blame her because this practically the whole movie, she's in a very tight, restrictive suit. She's usually drenched, and she's got this terrible wig on. So how much fun can you pretend to be having? She's an actress, and she's definitely delivering her role, but you doesn't get the same vibe. But at the same time, Mara is a more serious character than Arthur, so it doesn't ruin anything. Yeah, he's definitely having fun, which brings me to this movie definitely feels like it is made to show him being, the perfect hero. I would compare it to, if y'all remember that scene in Thor Ragnarok, where Loki wrote this great play when he's pretending to be dead, but he's telling everyone, how great he was, and we're going to build a statue to him, and I'm such a hero for dying. And this movie feels like it was written by Aquaman to show people how wonderful he is. Like, every zoom in, every dramatic swerve, every, epic badass line looks like it's designed to just show how awesome Aquaman is. Which is understandable, because Aquaman, as a character, has been the butt of many jokes for a long time. And I think they wanted to completely upend that and show him just being awesome all the time and how perfect he is. And I don't think this is a spoiler, but the movie does open with Arthur kind of narrating, like he's going to tell you his story. So it makes sense that if he's telling his story, he's going to tell it kind of in a way that a fisherman would tell this epic story of, this great, huge fish that I caught, and I was so awesome, and it was so huge, but I defeated it because I'm awesome, and I got muscles. It makes it fun. It's just it's about him, and he's gonna be awesome and do everything perfect. And even when he, kind of makes a bad decision, it's cute and quirky, and you still love him. Doo-doo-doo. Captain Kyle's note, our, tech guy that fixed the audio, and now it's great. His note is that there were some scenes that were predictable. Excuse me. As in, there was some foreshadowing at some points where you basically knew, okay, this is the type of movie that's going to deliver X based on Y. So that's not bad. It's just not something that's going to make you go, whoa, this sudden twist.
It's not an M. Night Shyamalan.
Where did that come from? It was fun. It was very, very fun. If you just want to sit there with a bunch of food and put back your recliner that you didn't know could recline until the end of the movie, but it could recline apparently, then you're gonna love it. There's one post-credit scene. Just one. So you don't have to be like us and stick around till like practically the next movie is starting just to get that extra scene. There's one scene and then you can go, you can run to the bathroom because you've been sitting there for 2.5 hours. I think that's about it. That's like a solid.
Mention the wig.
Oh yeah, the wig. Like I said, Mara's wig. I have cosplayer friends that have much better wigs. Is all I'm saying. It seems like they spent everything on the special effects and like the actual costumes. Then when it came time for we need a wig, they got the worst wig. It looked fine when wet because how can that really go wrong? But when it was dry, it just looked so bad. And I know this is nitpicky, but it's not really the right color in my little nitpicky nerd opinion. And especially with what DC's Arrowverse did with Batwoman, basically the same color wig. I'm pretty sure they have one color of wigs for all their redheads, and it's always wrong.
It's the same wig.
Or it's the same wig. Just extensions, just something. Anyway, I can say that's a solid 7-8. It's pretty good.
Was there some humor?
Yes, there was humor. Why don't you just comment questions? There was humor. As I said, it was fun. It was funny. It was surprisingly light, as it was a Snyder production. But I know old Geoff Johns was involved in it too. So, thank you for making it fun. And not Deep Blue Sea.
Just tell him to watch the bar scene, though. That was like the most awesome scene in the movie. Don't tell him what happens. Just saying.
Okay. Okay, he is saying the scene near the beginning in the bar is awesome, so make sure you're watching for that. I think that's about it. It's a good movie. Go see it. I think it opens everywhere in America this Friday, so go do that, and also see Bumblebee. Let me know what you think in the comments. We have a little coffee link in the description if you want to support the channel and help us make more videos with better audio. And we'll see you next time. Bye.